All right. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Looks like we're live again. It's been a while. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're at. All right, here we go. Been a while. Good morning, good afternoon to everybody that's tuned in. Sparta Nick. Yeah, it's been a brutal market. I've been scalping the last couple of days, getting back my PAs. For those of you that follow me on X or Facebook, I've been pretty transparent. January through March, some nice payouts, and then the last week, first week of April, last couple of days, it's been brutal. I've lost some accounts, so I've been restarting or rebuilding with Apex. Today, had a decent day scalping the New York Open. Passed another 150K this morning, working on a 300K, and got some green on my PAs, but it's been brutal. I think I'm going to look for one last trade. I'm going to see if I can find direction here. Is this the, we're at VWAP. We're testing VWAP right now. I'm trying to see if this is the bounce area for another move to the upside, or are we going to consolidate here around VWAP for further downside? I will most likely play some micros, if anything. I'm pretty comfortably in the green, so I'm only going to be trading maybe this 300K account. Let me see my levels here. Okay, so most likely that's the one I'll play. But I'd like to see if I can find out what we're going to do here. VWAP is at, well, we're right at VWAP 45, give or take, and we've been consolidating in that area for some time now. Is it a bull flag on the higher time frame, or is it a bear flag on the smaller time frame? We'll see. But yeah, it's been a brutal week. I mean, if you're trading minis, you got to take some drawdown to be in some green. Sometimes it's all about timing. Sometimes you catch the move at the right time. You catch quick 20, 30 points. Or sometimes you get absorbed 20, 30 points to get 10, 20 points. So it's been a brutal couple of days with tariffs and everything going on. If Trump tweets, market moves. Sparta Nick says he's been getting cooked. Yeah, it's been difficult. So basically, we came down to the 940 level, which we had kind of played around and danced with. It was initial resistance, became support in the pre-market. We came here and bounced pretty strongly, came back to test the 20 SMA, which is the purple line here, and VWAP, which is around 940, 945-ish. We tested already the 200 SMA, which I caught a nice little short there earlier. But I'm trying to see what we're going to, what's going to play out here. Jimmy Trades, hello. It's been some time. I miss going live, but it's been finding time for this with family, kiddos, and all that good stuff. But hopefully this week I can connect a couple more times. But that is what I'm looking at. So if you take a look at this bigger channel, I caught that channel in a 5-minute. We have been in a downtrend. Now I'm curious to see what we're going to do. Are we going to break out of this channel for the upside? There is a test of this channel somewhere around this area, right? If you look at this channel, I'll draw it in a second. There is further downside in that 5-minute channel, which I've been playing channels all morning, actually all week. It's been channel after channel. Go to the top, sell it. Go to the bottom, long it. Take a couple scalps in those channels and get out in and out quickly, and you're good. So as you can see today, I'm already about $8,000 up on my 300K. I just passed the 150K today with $1,600 in profit, and I'm working my PAs as well. Jesse James, yeah, man, long time no see. It's been a busy couple of weeks. Life, work, schedule, family, kiddos, volatility. For anybody tuning in, I was just updating everybody. I've had a strong January through March in terms of payouts with pretty much every prop firm that I trade with, Apex, Tradeify, Tick. And then the last week of March, first week of April came, and I had a rough start to April. I mean, blowing accounts meaning. So as you can see with Apex, I'm back down. Well, I was back down to zero last week. Rebuilding here with Apex. I think what I have 4 PAs and probably 2 that I haven't even activated yet, and I passed another 150K today. I'm also working on a 300K, so it's been a brutal week or so. Last couple of days, finally getting some green and finding how to trade this. So that's what I'm trying to look for here is resolution of VWAP. Are we going to bounce, consolidating for further up, or are we consolidating for further downside? But yeah, this is not the week to, especially if you just passed some PAs or something, to go in crazy. As you can see, the PAs, I traded those pre-market, caught some $500, $600 into profit and called it a day. I'm not trading those today. Same thing with some other funded accounts with other props. I will play around with the 300K. I'm already about 8 grand. Maybe I'll see if I can play some micros. But yeah, this volatility, be careful. This is the time to size down, see profit, take profit if you are going to fool around with minis, and be very quick in and out. I mean, some of these wicks are 100-point moves against you in 1 minute candles. So careful. So that is, like I said, I pretty much scalped this whole move to the upside. If you can see, this is a nice channel that if you were able to trade that, shorting tops, longing bottoms, I played that on pretty much the 150K and the 300K. Had some nice green there. Same thing on the downside. I think I caught another trade a couple, 850, 20 minutes ago on this move to the downside on the 300K. So trying to see what's next. I do. So as you can see, I have the 20. Alcife is asking to use indicators. I have the 20 and the 200 SMA. That's my standard trading. 20 SMA is the purple line. 200 SMA is the red line. And as you can see, there's been multiple plays throughout the morning and even now where you can play testing of the 20 SMA, bounces off the 20 SMA, 200 SMA rejections, flushes through the 20 and the 200. This right here was where I kind of shorted earlier, where you saw the break of the 200. But right now we're going back to pre-market levels, and my time is Arizona. So if you look at 550, right, that 935 level, we attempted to test that a couple minutes ago. That's the pre-market level here where you saw the push to the upside. So if you look at this 5-minute channel, it's been playing out to the downside. That's what I'm watching for. Are we going to break out of this channel to the upside, or are we still have further downside technically in that channel? And I'll see if I take maybe a trade with some micros. So on that 5-minute channel, we just broke out of it. Maybe a touch of that 200 SMA again, and I'll short it. But I'm comfortably in the green, so it's going to be more of a patience, not necessarily looking to rush anything right now. So let me know how you guys are doing. Who's in the green? Who's in the red today? I mean, it's brutal movements. So what I've been watching is this 5-minute channel, right? Let's do some drawings here. We just broke out of it, but to long here is a little tricky because you got a lot of downside potential if it's a fake breakout. I mean, it does look like it's breaking out. If I am looking for a short, I'd rather look at the test of that 200 SMA for a nice short there. Or if we're looking at this as a break, a complete break of that 20 SMA that's been holding pretty much the entire day. If you look at the 20 SMA, it's been guiding both the move up and the move down. We're kind of flatlining here or tapering of that channel. This is what okay, so it was a look above and fail. This is why you got to be careful with channels. You get excited that this is a breakout. Well, not really. Now, I honestly was waiting for another touch of the 200 SMA to see if I would have shorted there, but didn't get that, and I may have to wait for the full move to the downside before I long, but we'll see. We're going to be patient on this play. No need to rush it. Yeah, nicely done, Jimmy Trades. Yeah, it's one of those days that if you can read price action and take the risk, you can pass some accounts pretty quickly today, especially those 50Ks and 100Ks. But in general, price action has been brutal with tariffs. We'll see. I haven't been following any news on tariffs today. I know China was going to retaliate with reciprocal or doubling down on tariffs as well. I'm not sure how that played out. All right, so as you can see, this 5-minute channel is alive. I've been playing it. I played both this channel and this channel, but I'm taking a little break. You don't want to overplay a channel. I definitely missed this area when I connected and started talking about it. This was the look above and fail. That was your short right there. So now we're in the or close to the middle. I'm not. Yeah, sure. I can play a micro either to the down. Take a guess to the downside or to the up, and but we're still technically. We broke below VWAP, so technically this could be continuation to the downside. VWAP was around 45. We're at 80, but we're in the middle of this right here. So maybe a push down here, and then I'll play continuation to the upside, or wait for the complete break of this channel if we're going to have further downside. But this 5-minute channel, like I said when I started stream, I've been watching that all morning. I caught some nice plays in it already. I think I caught couple points down, couple points up, but man, look at that look above and fail, and that's what catches you, right? Everybody's here getting excited, finally breaking out of a consolidation zone, and nope, that was a trap, and a brutal trap. Ouch. Jesus. So we have a level down at 885 where I would expect some resistance or support rather, but ouch, beautiful short, and I got caught up in connecting and all that good stuff, but I was watching this 5-minute channel for some time. All right, like I said, we're close to a support area. Prior resistance area around 890, which I would see some type of initial support. Maybe we just hit that, 908. So I think there's still a little bit more to the 880, 890 area. We may get the full flush to the bottom of this channel and then look at either continuation to the downside or a potential bounce right back into that channel. So that's what I'm looking at right now, but I'm being patient. Like I said, I'm already in the green, so there's no point of pushing this too much. Short 18,005. That's nice. That was the break. That was the homeless candle that broke below the 20 SMA. That was a nice entry. Nicely done. I got caught. This is why I hate live streaming. I get caught up talking and I miss all the plays. Live streaming ain't easy. But anyways, thanks for everyone tuning in. It's been a while. I got to work on the consistency live streaming. But for anybody new to the channel, my name is JC. I trade NQ, NASDAQ Futures every single day on my own. I try to live stream every now and then when time allows. But if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button, and more importantly, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I post content. Yeah, this, man, missed that completely. I should have entered with a micro when I was talking about this. This was the entry right here on the top of that 5-minute channel. So like I said, we should see some support around the 890. Well, you could be hitting that area right now, the 900. That could be an initial bounce area. We'll see. But that was a strong move to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4 1-minute candles. 3. So let me know how y'all are doing. Who's in the green? Who's in the red? Who's burned the blown accounts this week? Like I was saying earlier, January through March, solid run, nice payouts. And then last week of March and first week of April, it's been brutal. I've blown accounts. Has not been pretty. So I'm rebuilding with Apex, rebuilding with a couple of prop firms, to be honest. But it is what it is. You have green days, you have green weeks, and you have painful weeks as well. So did we hit the 890? Yeah, so that was the area that I mentioned from pre-market that was providing support and resistance throughout the pre-market session. That's the bounce right there at 890. At least an initial bounce. Still in the middle of a channel. I don't like it. So we'll see. I'd like to go a little closer or further to the bottom. Maybe I'll take micro long unless we have strong continuation to the downside. All right, so it is trying to blow through that support and resistance area that I've mentioned, the 890 area. If we blow through that, I'm looking at my levels here, you know, we have a potential strong push all the way to the bottom of this 5-minute channel before we see a relief rally. And this area is what I'm looking at right now. Let me take a look at levels. Yeah, that 830 level provided support and resistance earlier as well. So we'll see if that holds, or this could be capitulation tariff news. But that is a strong push to the downside. So now we are at the 200 SMA on the 5-minute. 200 SMA is a strong level to blow through. Take a look at that. And we literally blew right through it. So that's that 5-minute channel that I was talking about. This is the area I'm looking at. if we're going to consider a long, right? However, because of the movements, I'm only going to play with a micro and probably play a 50, 75 point stop. That's how crazy it is today. But I am looking for maybe 100 points plus if I do play one micro or two micros to the upside. So that's that 5-minute channel. Notice the testing of the 200 SMA, and it'll be basically a play of the test of that 200 SMA all the way up to testing that 20 SMA, not necessarily the full move, but that's what I am thinking in terms of long. Yeah, so we broke through 200 SMA, which is on the 5-minute, and we're testing this area right now. Initially, I'd mentioned the 890 level would provide initial support, and as you can see, it did. But then you had that flush, that homeless candle that flushed right through that support and resistance area. So we're now at this area at the 850 level and consolidating here. I mean, this could be 816. I could consider a micro entry around here. Let's see if there's further downside. I'll consider a micro around this area and give it probably, geez, I mean, today you got to give it 50 to 75 point stops. But we can be patient. No need to rush it. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been live. I wish I could do it more, but got to balance everything else: life, kids, family, all that good stuff. All right, so we are finding or trying to base around this area, but right now the levels could be 50, 70 point spreads. I'm being patient to see if there's further downside before I consider playing this channel to the upside. Technically 846, I'd be in for a 50 point stop if I were to enter right now, which would be the break of this channel. Still too much, man. Jeez. I'd like to see it a little further down. Maybe test 800 would be nice, and then I'll start building a position with micros for a long. But this could be the bounce area right here. This is the initial support area that it blew right through, so I could see how it comes to 890 and test this area again. Testing the middle of that channel, and we've seen some tapering within this channel, right? Creating a tapering channel right within that channel. So if you look at the middle, this could be a test of that 20 SMA again, and then we'll push down again, or we're in a sub channel, right? This line that you see here, which is the mid range, is attempting to break above that. So been channels after channels for the last couple days, but they're juicy if you know how to play them. So basically on the 5-minute, we came down, tested 200 SMA. Initially, we have not broken below the 200 SMA. We've tested it earlier, but the 200 SMA has provided at least the last couple of days the support. So this could be, or it looks like, the bounce on that 200 SMA. Jimmy Trades passing a 100K Topstep combine. Nicely done. I love Topstep, but I trade Quantower mainly, and Topstep with Rhythmic accounts, they keep the daily loss limit. So I struggle with the smaller accounts. I always have to get a 150K Topstep. Especially since I trade minis. I mean, this week I've been trading micros, but I'm mainly a minis trader. All right, so looks like this was the channel that provided that bounce. But as you can see, it's been playing that channel for quite some time. Actually, since even the open. I've played that channel all morning, both with PAs and some evals. I passed the 150K, working on a 300K, and without much leverage, you don't really have to apply too much leverage other than play these channels. We're testing the 20 SMA. Will the 20 SMA provide the resistance to the downside, or are we going to push to the top of that channel, start extending this? $500,000, holy cow. Jesse James, $500,000 with 40 contracts. It's crazy. That's a good consistency rule. Just pull in 250K every day to meet. Woo! All right. Ouch! What the hell was that? News? Tariffs? What do we got? All right, so now we're testing the bottom of that. Is that the flush? And now we get the bounce, or do we have more downside here? Ouch! All right. Nasty NASDAQ. Anybody long in this and hoping that this was the play to the upside just got brutally homeless candle right there if you didn't have a stop. But let's see what happens here. Now we're at the bottom. Let me see if I want to entertain a micro, or is that move just way too brutal and the market at this point just has continuation to the downside? Ikla, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. So you're asking about Quantower. Quantower is rhythmic only, right? So I use TradeSyncer, which, by the way, I'll make a video probably over the weekend on TradeSyncer. Great copy trader. It's a little on the expensive side, but basically it's a web-based copier versus platform-based copier. So Quantower, Ninja, Replicanto, all of these platforms have copiers that are platform-based, right? On Quantower, you see all your trades within Quantower. You can copy trade multiple props as long as they're rhythmic. With, ooh, look at that. Hold on. With rhythmic, with TradeSyncer, it's web-based. You can set your lead on Quantower. So my lead is always an account on Quantower. Usually it's one of the Apex PAs. And I'll use TradeSyncer to copy trade Tradeify. So I do Tradeify, tick on TradeSyncer using Quantower as my lead. That solved the issue. If you guys watched my earlier streams, I was trading on Quantower on one screen, and I had Tradeify, two Tradeify screens, one for tick and one for Tradeify on two other screens, and I was literally trading 3 platforms every single day, it just, you're going to lose at some point. So with TradeSyncer, I use Quantower as my lead, usually an Apex PA or an Apex account, and it copy trades through TradeSyncer, which is web-based, Tradeify accounts. In my case, Tick and Tradeify. So I don't have to have 3 platforms open anymore. I considered Ninja and Replicanto, didn't like it. I played around with it. TradeSyncer is the way to go. It's web-based, so you don't put too much CPU usage on your laptop or PC, and it works great. There is a limitation. You got to use market orders with TradeSyncer, which I like limit just based on my entries and exits. But TradeSyncer, man, it's expensive, but if you are trading multiple props and profitable, it's totally worth it. All right, let's see. Man, that homeless candle, brutal. So we are playing within the range. Like I said, this has been playing all day, and I've shown some of the profit I've made playing that all day. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. If you're trading a few props. If you're in the multiple props, like I trade 20 Apex, day traders. I've blown all my Apex accounts last week, so I'm rebuilding. But in that case, where you're copy trading multiple 20, 30, 40 accounts, TradeSyncer is great. And you can also, copy trade them individually. It's all preference. You can blow all accounts at once, copy trading 20, 30 accounts, or you can trade them individually. I see streamers with both approaches. I see some copy trading individually, and you see them throughout the day, one by one, and you're exposed to the market throughout the day, blowing accounts here and there, but not all. And I've seen I'm copy trading them all. I kind of tend to take the I'm copy trading them all approach. All right, let's see what happens. Bottom of that channel, are we going to continue to the downside, or are we basing here? Yeah, the less I'm exposed to the market, I like copy trade them all. All right, so the bottom of that channel is holding, but it looks like we may have a break to the downside here, and then, Jesus Christ, are we going down another 300, 400 points for the next pivot point? Ouch. Crazy, crazy price action. All right, I'm going to go in with a micro, see how we do. I am playing the bottom of this channel, hoping for a bounce to the upside. However, if I see too much red, I'll probably have to accept that this is a break to the downside based on this candle right here. And probably not give it, right now I'm at what, 50 points already in the red. If I had gone in with a mini, I'd be about $600 in the red right now. So we'll see. Give me trades. Yeah, I'm taking the cheaper trade right now. But it does look like there's further downside to this. Now that is 50 points already to the downside, with probably looking like it's gonna continue to the downside. One mini already 140 bucks down. Oh my god. So yeah, 50, 100 point stops. Get used to that, and trade minis. So we'll see. We'll see if this area right here provides the support that I need, or if we see too much. No, it's continuing. Wow. So 200 bucks down with one micro. Got to bounce dead cat bounce, what it looks like. So we'll see. I mean, if I get more continuation to the downside on that candle, if we go back to the original channel, how does that look? Even that channel we broke below. So I may have to accept that this is going to have further downside and just simply close it. Not much of a loss, 200 bucks. Still comfortably in the green. So this area has provided support, but it looks like we're breaking right through it like nothing. 690, 680 level. Wow. No bounce. I almost want to close this and enter with a mini and recover it with 20, 30 points. Well, like I said, it's just a micro. It's not a big deal. No, I am not copy trading right now. I'm done pretty much copy trading for the day. I traded my PAs, passed an eval earlier, and some, what else did I trade today? Day traders, and I think my funded futures, or no, not my funded, futures funded network accounts. So I'm done. I was hoping to catch along here, but it ain't looking pretty. No bounce. All right, so what other levels can we consider here? I mean, I can consider a DCA if we do get a bounce and just go for a break even. But it looks like this has broken to the downside with no again, I'm just in with a micro. Not too concerned. Still nicely in the green today on this account. Man, it just continues to the downside. There's nothing stopping this. That's 200 points. Wow. Jimmy Trades, are you still in? That must have been a nice short for you. What's your target? Are you going down all the way to the next pivot point? Wow. All right, I'm going to have to close this one. No point of, I mean, it's a couple $100 after a $7,000 profit day. So, but we are, let me see. Yeah, there's it's not looking like it's gonna bounce. As much as I want a DCA with a second micro to play a break even, not looking good. But like I said, it's just a micro. not the end of the day. Jose Bueno, welcome to the stream. All right, here's the bounce. Are we going to go all the way up and test the 200 SMA? Not the 200, the 20 SMA, which is the purple line. Or is this a dead cat bounce and further downside? Tariffs doing their thing. Jose, well, today I've been in the green. As you can see in the screen, I traded some PAs, 500, 600 bucks. I just passed 150K. That's above 9,000. And I think I'm around where I was around 8,000 in the green on a 300K. And right now we're about 240 bucks in the red. And trying to see if we're going to DCA, or if we're just going to see if we can get a top and close it out. But if I do see further downside, I mean, there's no point. $200, $300 trade loss is okay. 2,192 for Jimmy Trades. Nicely done. What does the chat think? Are we going to have further downside? Is this the bounce? Let me know what you guys think. Jose Bueno, 3,700 in Topstep. Nicely done. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you catch these plays in the right direction with a mini or a micro, you can get some nice green for sure. So now we're attempting to break back into this channel. If you saw this wick here, we got rejected at the bottom of that channel. Right now we're trying to go back into this channel. And we'll see if it holds. The initial resistance area, if we get there, is the 20 SMA, or we can have resistance just coming back into that channel. Right? It's provided support, but that doesn't mean it'll provide support all the time. It could become resistance as well. I was playing that the channel would hold as support. Right now, clearly wrong, but it's a mic. We'll live. We came, tested the bottom of that channel, rejection. So the bottom of that channel is now providing resistance. You can never turn sideways on cam. Your nose is well proportioned. I think that's the most interesting comment I've gotten so far. Nose proportion. Jimmy Trades, today I had about 600 DLL drawdown on that 100K eval and passed it. Yeah, you got to play the drawdown. Here's the problem here is that 20 SMA is creeping fast. Ooh, there we go. And we'll see. We had a similar play. That could just be a stop hunt run for anybody shorting. attempting to break above the 20 SMA. The 20 SMA has provided support and resistance throughout the morning, or throughout the day rather. So we'll see what happens there. You saw that wick, which attempted to break above the 20, rejected at the middle of that range. But we have been playing this range all day, so a potential out if we do get the play that I was originally looking for, right? You could play the top. Let me extend this now. Probably somewhere around here as an out, assuming we get continuation to the upside. Now at this point, I have to be aware that if we break below this area, I got to call it a day. Take the, there's a $300 loss or something. So. And I am trading this 300K account. I was already up 8,000, I think, for the day. And we're going to figure out what happens here. Am I going to get the play to the move to the upside, or is there further downside on it? You can only do this with micros and take that much drawdown. So we got some resistance here. We got the 20 SMA on the lower time frames on the 1 minute. This could be a resistance area, or it's looking like a resistance area where we can get pushed right back down, but we'll see. For anybody new to my channel, my name is JC. If you like the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button, and more importantly, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I post content. All right, it's a battle at that 20. Is the 20 going to provide now the support for a move to the upside? Or is it going to continue to creep to the downside and provide resistance to the downside? Right now, it's providing resistance, which is no bueno for my trade. Crazy the swings on NQ. That is all tariffs for you. All right, notice the 20 SMA continues to provide resistance just like it's done all day. Doesn't appear to be a breakout above yet on the 20, at least a significant break, but we'll see. 20 SMA, for anybody new to my stream, is that purple line. I am mainly a 20 and 200 SMA trader. 20 is the purple line. The 200 SMA is the red all the way at the top. Trying to gain position above the 20. The bulls are trying to base around the 20 SMA to the upside, but it's no man's land still. There could be further downside. I mean, that was a 660, 760, close to a 200-point bounce on that wick, right? From the bottom of this to the wick, it was already attempted to do a 200-point bounce. Now, the 20 SMA will be the deal breaker. Are we going to position above? And we're consolidating, trying to consolidate above it. But this is strong push to the downside. Well, in the meantime, while we figure out if I'm in a loss or I'll get some green out of this, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I post content. Anybody new to the channel, my name is JC. I trade NASDAQ, NQ futures every single day. I don't live stream every day. I'd love to live stream every day, but hopefully this week I can stream a little more consistently. All right, where are we at? Consolidation. Is that a bear flag forming right there? Boom, boom, and then further downside. At that point, I'll probably have to close my trade. Again, the 20 SMA is the battle zone right now, right here. This purple line. Although it's looking like we're building above, you cannot trust NQ today. I mean, look at this. What was this? A 930 all the way down to a 1200-point 1 minute candle, where we were breaking above the 20 SMA here in a strong rejection. Then we had this wick. This was 704, another 100-point candle to the upside. So yeah, it's all about timing. Trade micros, don't go too crazy. Like I said, I already did my mini trading during the morning session. I'm trading this 300K right now, and we'll see if we can catch some green after a 100 or 200 point drawdown with a micro. That 20 SMA, man, it's not holding. It needs to have a stronger push. I could see a strong homeless candle happen very quickly to touch this area again and then continue to the downside. That 20 SMA has provided the resistance all morning. We're trying to finally build support to the upside on it, but I don't know. It ain't looking pretty. And there's that homeless candle that I was talking about to break below it for further downside. If we break, we're going to come back and test the low. So dead cat bounce, at least for now, it's looking like confirmed. If there's no bounce here, forget it, it's over. This thing is going downhill. Needs to get back into that channel and fight to the upside. So this is the second test of that 670 area. Gave us a 30-point bounce. Again, coming to test the 20 SMA. But the 20 SMA has been providing that resistance all morning. We're finally trying to position above. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It ain't looking pretty. So has there been any news today on tariffs? Did China retaliate with, what did they say, another 35% or something like that? So who's got the latest on the tariff news? Because if this is news related, I may have to just go in as a short. Let's check CNBC. All right, this is breaking further to the downside. I don't see a bounce. It's testing this area one more time. Initial bounce, but this looks bearish. Oh, that's why. So the 105% China tariff, that's confirmed. Okay, so this is going downhill. Let's close this. There's no point of even holding this any further. If that's Trump related, we are going to go downhill pretty quickly. All right, when all else fails, let's hit Google. China tariff. Well, all I see is that China says it's going to fight to the end, but not confirmed. So the 105% China tariff is confirmed. Because if that's the case, we are not getting a bounce anytime soon. All right, time to close it. I think I gave it enough drawdown even with 1 micro. I don't know, it ain't looking pretty. These bounces are not holding. Every little bounce is being sold, so we'll see. Oh, that's strong pressure to the downside. All right, let's see what happens at this level. If it's going to go down, it's going to go down, and I'll just switch directions. These are about 30, 40.1 minute candles to the upside and to the downside. Getting ugly. Funny thing is, I'm in with 1 micro. All I need is 1 trade, 20 points with 1 mini, and bye-bye loss. All right, this is not pushing up. Bottom of that channel continues to provide resistance. Still haven't found confirmation on that whole China thing. But if that is confirmed, we got some major downside, more than what you just saw right now. A 105% tariffs on China is insane. I mean, that basically would mean we no longer buy anything from China. On Amazon, all your gadgets, everything you pretty much buy is China, China, China. I like the idea of bringing back jobs to the US, but how quickly can US companies start building the factories here? Number one. Number two, are they going to trust that the next administration is not going to just come in and say, all right, bye-bye tariffs? And now they're stuck with all these factories here. So, I don't know. We'll see where this whole tariff thing, how it all plays out. So notice 20 SMA all day providing that resistance. It's not until the bulls can build above that 20 SMA with strength that we'll truly see a move to the upside. We've seen little pushes above, but 20 SMA, man, it has provided resistance all day. Traded it nicely all morning, and then decided to counter trend trade with 1 micro, but I'm still about 7,000 up for the day. We'll see. We'll see if there is a break above this. If this move to the downside is truly China related, then game over for this trade, and I'll probably just take a look for a mini and recover it pretty quickly. Again, there's that resistance with the 20 all day trying to position above. That 20 is not allowing it. Brutal hold on the bulls today. But anyways, if you're new to the stream, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. More importantly, hit that notification bell. I trade NASDAQ NQ futures every single day. Not live streaming every single day, but I try. This week I'll try to do a couple more sessions. All right, so strong rejection at that 20. This ain't looking pretty for a bounce at all. These are 100-point moves up, 100-point bounces up and down, up and down. Okay, test of that low. If we break below that, it's done. This thing's continuing to the downside. Done. Close this. And looks like we're going to have a play all the way down to pivot point. Wow, that's crazy. That is insane. Wow. That is insanity. Well, I just recovered my loss. I entered with a mini and I'm $500. 530, 600. All right, closing it there. So I just recovered that loss with a mini. So 7,961 on that account. Took a little short there for 20, 30 points, 20 points, and recovered that loss. Let me see how much from my drawdown did I take. Okay, so 63, about 90 bucks a drawdown on that one. That's fine. All right, so we recovered the micro 300 point loss with a mini. Now the question is, what do I want to do here? We're going to the pivot level, 485. That's another 100 points to the downside. It's crazy. I may just look for another top or another test of that 20 SMA and short again. But you can play micros and then recover with minis. Quick in and outs. All right, so we have another channel. Go back to MNQ. So again, the 20 SMA is providing that resistance all day. Maybe another test of it, and I'll short it again. Ouch. This thing is just not giving up today. Pivot point is all the way down at 475, and it looks like it wants it, and it wants it bad. Wow. So now I'm watching for pivot point all the way down to 475. Brutal play to the downside. But it's the same channel that's been playing all morning, to be honest. Technically, this is where we should probably find the next round of support, the 450. Nasty NASDAQ. All right, we're trying to bounce here. That's a 40-point bounce. Again, probably coming to test the 20 SMA. And pretty much what we've seen all morning comes, touches your 20 SMA, and then rejection right back down to this channel. So, although the market is moving fast, you can use micros kind of like what I did to find direction. Once you find direction and you see a strong move, you know, let's say you're in a loss like I was, you can recover with one mini, 20, 30 points and get back into it. And that's what I've been doing pretty much the last couple of days, using minis for direction, micros for direction. And then if I have a strong play and it's working in my favor, then fine. If not, no big deal. You're losing 200, 300 bucks, even on a 200-point move against you. Then you can, you know, once you have direction determined, play with a micro, quick in and out. I'm sorry, a mini, quick in and out, and get back into it. Now, I wouldn't be trading PAs right now. As you can see, I traded those PAs pretty early, in and out and done, not touching those at all today. Not with this price action. But a 300K and a micro, you can have a little fun. No big deal. Get your reps in. All right, here we go. Attempting to test that 20 SMA again. Wait, what account am I in here? There's the push to the 20 SMA again. All right, are we going to finally break out of this channel? You got to eventually break out of a descending channel, right? Can't hold forever. So usually, right, with a descending channel, the break is to the upside, right? With a ascending channel, the break is to the downside. My initial micro, which I think I entered here, probably somewhere around here, I was hoping that that would be the break. Didn't play out. Shorted to recover the losses there. And now I'm watching for this area. Is this the play that technically I was trying to play here for a break above? Is it now going to happen? Listen, NQ, with these movements, you're going to have to absorb 100, 150 point moves before you find the right direction, or you can scalp it with momentum. But I did that all morning. I'm trying to look for longer play. Technically, the drawdown play that I just caught with a micro doesn't always work the way you want it to. All right, trying to position above the 20, and there's that break, or at least it's looking like that break. But we've been fooled. 1, 2, 3. This was that consolidation zone that it got me in, right? I was fooled into a break here, fooled into a break here. Are we finally going to get the break above the 20 here, or is this pretty much a 20 SMA day, not giving any movement to the upside and continuously providing resistance? That's usually not the case. I think at some point it's going to break out of the channel, and there it is. That's the play I was looking for earlier, but at this point it's a chase. I got some nice green, no need to get greedy. Or it could be another look above and fail. It has been look above and fail all morning with the 20 SMA. We've only been above the 20 SMA for, these are 1 minute candles, 5, 10 minutes, and right back down. So we will see. It's been providing resistance since the open, pretty much. During the overnight session, it was providing the support that moved to the upside, and then it flipped during the New York session, providing resistance. Now, is it going to hold as resistance the whole time? Probably not, but it's timing. This looks like the break, but we saw attempted breaks here. We saw an attempted break there. Strong homeless candle. We saw that one live. We saw this consolidation zone that got me into thinking this was the break. And look, once again, respecting that channel. This is what I did all morning on this move up, playing the tops of those channels with minis. But I'm just not pushing my luck at this point, especially with 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. And I already attempted the break. If I missed it and that's the break, then be it. It is what it is. I had the right idea. The timing was off. Or it's another look above and fail. We shall see. But in the meantime, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button, and more importantly, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I post content. For those of you that are new to the stream, I trade mainly the 20, my indicators, 20 SMA, 200 SMA in red here. Pivot points and VWAP are my main indicators. Because I've played this channel a couple of times and I failed or got caught in a trap, I don't want to play it again. I'd rather wait for the next setup if I'm going to take another trade. I'm already comfortably in the green with the trading today, both on PAs and past the 150K eval today. I was hoping to get a closer or some more profit on this one that I have close to 8,000 in profit today alone. But it doesn't always work the way you want it to. All right, so here's the top of that channel. 20 SMA providing resistance. Again, this consolidation similar to what we saw here. This consolidation got me, right? This was where I thought, okay, we're going to break out. It's consolidating, we'll break out. We're in another consolidation zone right around the same area. Is it another brutal fake out? And we've seen that pretty much all day, hinting at the breakout, and then the 20 SMA ends up providing the resistance for 100, 150 points to the downside every single time. It could happen again, but I'm not pushing my luck. So all day we've seen these consolidation zones around the 20, the top of this channel. This goes back to what, top of that channel at 9 a.m. Arizona. But it's been playing in a bigger move to the downside all the way from high of day right at the open around 7:30, which was 18,356. So technically a play to the downside all day within majority of the time a 5-minute channel. And there is again 20 SMA, the top of that channel, providing the resistance to the downside for further play. Now the interesting part is we have the pivot point around 460, 470 area. It's another 100 points down before we see a bounce. Wow. But I'm not going to chase it. Who's trading this, chat? Anybody taking that short from the rejection of the 20 SMA up here or the top of this channel? No. So tempting to play that break. But I got caught already. I had to recover with a mini, so I'm leaving it alone. Not pushing my luck. Had enough green for the day. Is it 1:30 Eastern or 1:25 Eastern? So we're going to test. Looks like we're trying to test 540 again. I mean, if we blow through that again, we're looking at the potential bottom of this channel. A full move to the downside, or at least pivot point. Next pivot point is at 460, 480 area. Or will we finally break above the 20 SMA? Are the bulls going to get any type of relief today? Wow. Here goes, more push to the downside. Wickety right now. We're at the top of that channel. I wouldn't long, at least not yet. Could be a push, rejection all the way back down, at least to the middle, right? To that channel. It looks like the channel lives, and we're going to extend it even more now. But I do see tapering here. We can finally position above the 20, which is what the bulls are looking for, some type of relief of a rally into the end of the day. Being battled for sure. This is the range you're playing that we're currently battling for positioning, either a break above, which technically would be the breakout of that channel, and a break above the 20, or this is just a bear flag consolidation and we continue to the downside. Crazy, crazy. So we're going to go down or up? Chat, what do you guys think? Further downside? We're going to test that pivot label, the pivot point at what? 460, 470 area? Are we going there? Sure is hinting at a break above the 20, but I ain't interested in it. Fell for it once. I recovered it, but not falling for it again. ERP Media says this is the basing. We're going up. NQ has found the floor and will do the end of day rally. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, if I see a boner candle to the upside, I'll even go in with a mini to the upside. But man, look at this. It's probably going to test the 460, the pivot point, before we get any push to the upside. If this is true China news and the response to reciprocal tariffs, forget it. It's just a red day. It's going to continue to the downside. You don't even look for longs at that point. Testing the low that we had here, and looks like comfortably going below that. Yeah, this is China news related. This isn't good. We're going down, downtown, quick. We're very close to the pivot point. We may not even see the 460. I could see a flush down to like 480, or this could be it in terms of level where the pivot point is. You'd need a strong push to the downside if we're truly going to break below that pivot point, but done it all day. I don't see why not. Reversal on that red candle. I think we will test the 460, 470 area. I mean, if we have strong push from there, that's a pivot point. If you're going to break below that pivot point like nothing, I don't know. Careful long in this. And if you're shorting it, quick in and outs, 20, 30 points, get out. 20, 30 points, get out. Like another push to the downside. The basing there. Like we're basing here, at least for now. Pivot point's too close. I think it has to touch the pivot point before we see up. But this could be the bounce area too. So up or down, fam? What's it going to be? All right, I just scalped that. So did I bring my balance back up? 38249, 232. Scalped 10, 15 points on that move down. So literally you're playing this little channel right there and quick in and outs. And I scalped it with a mini. Oh, I'm on the micros. Change it. All right, looks like this is your pivot point bounce. You're not going to get the full 460, 470 level. It doesn't always play out that way. As long as it provides support, starting to look like a bounce, and then we come back to this area. Here's your 20 SMA, and now you got a area here that you got to figure out what's going to happen. Is the pivot point and the 200 SMA on the 15-minute going to provide the bounce finally above, which is what the bulls have been waiting for all day, or trying to position above the 20 SMA, and finally get a nice move to the upside. At that point, probably go in with one mini. But we've had look above and fails the 20 SMA all morning, all day, right? Look above and fail, look above and fail, look above and fail, look above and fail, look above and fail. Test, failed, and now we're here. Testing the top of that channel again. 20 SMA now is what? 40 points even above the top of that channel. So is this now? Top of that channel is providing resistance all morning. That was the area to short all day. Now you can only do that for so long in a channel. I'm surprised this channel has held so long. Crazy. At some point you gotta have a break. Or you don't. You fool everybody thinking there's a break. Trying to long this. All right, so where am I? I get to 9,000 today. That was the goal on this 300K. But So we had a decent morning with the PAs. Those are all 500 to 600 up in green. Past this 150K, I needed 1,600 bucks and literally just hit $8 above 159. So that I'll probably activate it for, I don't know about tomorrow. I have 2 or 3 more PAs that I got to activate, but with this volatility, I may wait till next week. And then this 300K has a 20K goal. I'm about 8,000 today alone. Do I really want to push my luck any further? I mean, I got drawdown to play with. I don't want to be stupid about it either. So top of that channel again, right? Anybody trying to get their hopes up for a break today has been pain. Play the trend, right? Just short it. Stop Connor. Oh, there we go. Finally, here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. Positioning above the 20. Finally, with strength, that is your boner candle to the upside. And do bulls finally have a relief rally for the end of day? There we go. All right, let's see. Look above and fail, or is this the push up? That's 460. That's a 150-point 1 minute candle, right? 506 all the way up to 617. So 110-point 1 minute candle. Gotta love these times. You gotta love these times. Now, what happens there is that 20 SMA just gonna say, no, you're not gonna do this today. Sorry. Back down, or bulls finally gonna get their relief route? No. Holy shit. Crazy. 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 All right, guys, we going up or down from here? Notice, I mean, I always say I trade the 20 and the 200 SMA as the main indicators. I use pivot points and VWAP as well. The last couple of days has mainly been channels up, down. I mean, you're in and out of channels all morning, all day for the last couple of days. So they're very profitable. But notice how that 20 SMA today, and this is the 1 minute chart. I mean, it literally has guided all the successful trades today. I tried to play a breakout and paid with a micro. I mean, it was just a micro in this consolidation zone. I think this is where I got caught. But the 20 SMA today, for anybody who plays the 20 SMA, you're shorting it probably 1 or twice in the channel. Then, you know, channel's not going to hold forever. At some point, you're going to see a break. It looks like this is finally the break. So we're entering now this consolidation zone, right? We had 1, 2 consolidations. Both of them were look above and fails on a breakout. Is this finally the breakout that the bulls, or the relief rally that bulls have been waiting for, or another get you excited and just short the damn thing? It's been downside trend all morning. May not even change. Now, if I do take another trade, what am I looking for? Strong break above this, right? Then probably wait for a test for the push up, which looks like we're finally going to break out of this. You know, even the break of the 20 SMA, that's a solid entry there for the break. I always keep talking about this and never enter. Shit, that was the entry right there. That's the break that the bulls have been waiting for. And at this point, either you can just ride this or wait for a pullback and enter. I can't see how this is going to be another look above and fail, right? Can't go down all day, right? All right, looks like this is the breakout. Question is, do I want to go with a micro, or do I gonna get ballsy and go with a mini? Profits, lock your profits. Okay, so channel formation, right? You got to teach those eyes. Sending channel formation right now. Boom. So if you're looking for an entry on a long, you're waiting for the test and you're playing that channel to the upside. But you got to read these quickly because you can be in and out of the channel in 6-7 minutes. This one took a whole day, but it was a 5-minute channel. This one I could see playing out, but I think I hit 2 green trades. One loss I recovered with a mini, and then I took another mini, bringing us up to 8,000 profit today. I think I'm calling it a day, even though yes, this is the play right there. You look for the bottom of a channel. This is a wick. You ride it to the up. If you're down to play the up and down, you can ride it or just scalp with minis or micros, whatever you're into. Don't get greedy and go all the way to the top. Just take 20-30 points on each play, being careful that all day we've hinted at a breakout. So now if we look at the 15-minute, because I trade on the 1 minute, but I'm looking at the 5 and the 15-minute. Where did this bounce occur? At the 200 SMA on the 15-minute, right? Red line is 200 SMA. That's where that bounce occurred. So again, for everyone who may not understand or believe in the 20 and the 200 SMA, you just got to use multiple time frames. Those are your entries pretty much, and exits throughout the day. Question is, how long will this channel ride? The ascending channel now, being fully aware that ascending channels usually break through the downside. Right? We had a descending channel all day, or all pretty much since what? 9 a.m. Arizona. Full descending channel, easy to trade if you understand the up and downs of a channel. And then finally the breakout of that channel happening right now. Could have entered on the the break of the 20 SMA, and you would have been nicely in the green right now. Notice how you catch this channel within 3-4 minutes. You got to learn to read those so that you're drawing this and trading within that channel. Where did I enter on the micros? I think somewhere around here. So it was a patience game, right? It's just how much drawdown, even though it was a micro, how much drawdown. It was easier to simply recover with a couple mini scalps that I took. And there's the break. That was a 200 SMA pivot point bounce. At the 80-70 area. 300 points, that's crazy. Well, going for 300 points. It's around 220, 230 right now. Yeah, this whole week has been in and out of channels. You can scalp those and make some good profits as long as you stick to the channel. All right, we just hit the 20 SMA on the 5 minute. So if we look at the 5 minute, right? You're constantly looking at your time frames. Where did we find resistance? Oh, 20 SMA on the 5-minute. You got to constantly be scanning. I have the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15, and the 30. I don't use the 30 other than just to see where the day's going. But the 1 minute and the 5 minute and 15 minute, those offer you solid levels in terms of clues in terms of direction. And there we go. We're going up and down in that channel. All right, I think I've pushed my profits enough. Took a lot of trades today. A lot of green across the board. Playing the 20 and the 200 and these channels. Tomorrow will be another day. For anybody new to the stream, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. More importantly, hit that notification bell. I got a couple videos coming out next couple of days. I'm going to put a video on Tradeify, which is a web-based copy trader that I use. I use Quantower for my lead, mainly with Apex, but I can trade Tradeify, TickTick, or Tradeivate accounts, copy trading from Quantower using Tradeify. So I'll put a video on that. We got a video coming up with prop firm Drama. For those of you that saw the video last week with AI and Courtney, she's got her video coming out as well today. Hopefully, no, tomorrow. And for anybody new to the stream, my name is JC. I trade NASDAQ NQ Futures every single day. Not live streaming every day, but with work, life, kiddos, I try to make some time when I can. I think this week I'll trade a couple more days. But I think that's it for today. And what did we say? Ascending channels break to the downside. Descending channels break to the upside. And there you go. So 800, 640. Crazy. These are 100-point moves in 4 minutes. Crazy times we're living in. And there we go. Anybody who got excited long in the top of that channel, that's why you don't long tops of channels. Hopefully you had a stop. 765, your 150-point rejection at the 5-minute 20 SMA. Boom. There's your rejection. Now we're coming to test the 20 SMA again on the 1 minute. This has been providing resistance all day. So we broke above. We're going to come back and test. And at this point, the bulls can take control and use this test as a bounce. Or, I mean, I can't see how we're going to have more downside, but NQ doesn't do what you think it's going to do. This could be the simple test of the 20 SMA now on the bull side for push to the upside. In other words, this is your pullback for another push to the upside. And again, if you look at the algos, they've been working all day, channel in and out of channels. Descending channel breaks to the upside, but we'll see where. All day, in and out of channels, all week really. So we've come back. We had the initial push to finally break out of the 20 SMA, which we haven't all morning, right? We've looked above and failed. Now we finally have a strong push, but of course you got to come back and test it. So now we're testing this area, and that could be the break of this little descending channel, right? Come push right back up. I'm done trading for the day. For anybody new to the stream, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I post content. And we'll come back tomorrow. Had a strong green day on Apex and my other prop firm accounts. Let's see what happens here. What time is it? Ooh, 1:50 Eastern. It's crazy how it's still still morning here in Arizona. It's 10:50 a.m. All right, so 20 SMA looks again not holding as support. Or a little wick to test it and right back up. So anybody trade this push to the upside? Anybody get some green here? Chat? Nice. Persistence pays in the green. Good. There it is. Another bounce off of the 20 SMA. Tight channels usually break quicker than your wider range channels. And it looks like that's your relief rally to the upside for end of day. I think I'm going to call it a day in terms of streaming. Thanks for everybody who tuned in. Anybody new to the stream, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. I'll try to come back tomorrow with some more live streaming. Huh. And I keep watching this area. And that's when I got to tell myself, you're done trading. You're still looking for another trade, even though I'm comfortably in the green. And boom, bounce right off the 20. D. Lorenzo in the house. What's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in. And there's that bounce off the 20, breaking out. Whenever you have a tight channel, the tighter the channel, the quicker the breakout in the opposite direction. We've said descending channels break to the upside, ascending channels break to the downside, or descending channels break to the upside. And it's been playing all day. And we came back to test the 20 SMA. 20 SMA is providing now the move to the upside, or providing support. Not as strong as the moves to the downside, so looks like we'll have a little relief rally there. But that is how I trade the 20 and the 200 SMA. Now, those aren't the only indicators. I do use VWAP and pivot points. Ooh, am I seeing another channel here? I am. Nice tight. Tight channels break quicker. Testing that 20 SMA again. And there's the bounce for 20 points off of the 20 SMA. Is it going to go back into the channel, or is that the tapering for a break to the downside? And there is the break. Or is the 20 going to hold? I don't know, but in the meantime, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. I'm getting close to call it a day. This is where the over trading kicks in and you want to go in another trade, but I got to remind myself I'm in the green, comfortably in the green. No need to overdo it. Shut it down indeed. Yeah, no, I'm done. I'm just watching price action for now. Now, if we see a cliff with momentum, I might get greedy. But yeah, I'm not seeing strength yet to either side. We've had more strength to the downside. Other than this push up, we're attempting to position above the 20 SMA, but now we're back closer to it. This push up above it gave us the indication that, you know, this is the relief rally for the bulls, but still weak. D. Lorenzo says, call it a day, shut it down. Yep, I'm done. Done. But I'll stay watching for a little bit longer. All right, for anybody who's on X, you can follow me on X or Twitter, JCDaytrader1111, starting to put some content there as well. If you're looking for discount codes, jcdaytrader.com. with the prop firms that I trade, mainly Apex, day traders, Tradeify, Tick. Who else do I trade? Look at here, Funded Futures Network. Take Profit Trader, who's been paying lately. Take Profit Trader, I got to tell you, that's one of my favorite prop firms right now. You payouts very quick. But yeah, www.jcdaytrader.com. You'll see some discount codes. Obviously, do your research. Make sure you get familiar with all the rules. Take a look at their discords. For the most part, the prop firms that I trade don't have payout issues other than Tick, which you need to be careful. Tick Trader changed the rules recently. They've also had documented payout delays in their Discord. Apex, I don't promote, I don't really affiliate with, but they have been paying me. I know there's been issues with traders and payouts and all that good stuff. I haven't gone through that, so I can't give you that feedback. But if you look on social media, you know, traders have gotten denied. Apparently trading within the rules, so careful. And with any prop firm, be careful. Make sure you're familiar with the rules before you open accounts. All right, what do we got here? Another attempt to position above the 20 SMA that has fails. I have a love and hate relationship with Apex. Yeah, I think we all do, right? Everybody talks, I mean, without mentioning names, everybody tries to police Apex. But I'll tell you something, as soon as you see a 90% discount on Apex, everyone's buying Apex accounts. Don't give me that nonsense. That's the only time, by the way, that I buy Apex accounts is with the 90% discount. And if you keep it at that, you'll have a very good profitability ratio in terms of how much you put into accounts versus payouts. That's my rule. If I blow accounts, well, you're going to have to wait for the next 90% before I add. Good thing is Day Traders has a similar platform, daytraders.com, and they got 90% coming up. Is it tomorrow, Wednesday? I'll post it on my Discord. But yeah, there's a 90% discount coming up, I believe, tomorrow. Don't quote me on that. But I'll post it in my Discord and the website a little later today. But Apex, like I said, if you can trade within their rules, and their rules are not easy, 30% consistency rule, and then a 30% per trade consistency rule. So in other words, if your drawdown, let's say, is $3,000, right? 3 times 3 is 900. You can't be in a trade taking drawdown more than $900, or, you know, good luck when you request a payout, they'll deny it. Doesn't mean you blow the account, you just have to trade again. They got some tough rules. But as long as you buy 90% and you can trade within the rules, I got to tell you, I've gotten paid, and it's not like I'm a big YouTuber or an influencer. They have no clue who I am. I'm a nobody still in this space. So it's not that, trust me. But I have gotten paid. Will I promote and affiliate them and tell you to run and buy Apex right now? No. Do at your own risk. Maybe a couple accounts. Read the rules. Read, go on X and figure out if it's for you. All right. So again, battle at the 20 SMA at 2 in the afternoon. What's going to happen here, fam? Are we going back down, or are we going to get some crazy move to the upside? Either way, I'm not trading it. Done. Ooh, another look above and fail the 20 and back down. Now we're consolidating in this range, which goes back to the top of this level, right? If I draw it from here, we're in this range. We tested this top and got rejected. We tried to push above, so looking like another look above and fail, or simple bull consolidation for further upside. Do I see another channel forming there? Yeah, and that was very tight channel. Tight channels break quicker, and there could be a quick break to the upside. All right, how long have I been up? I think it's time to call it a day. I think we've been up for 2 hours. Is that right? Okay. Well, thanks for everyone that tuned in. For anybody new to the channel, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. My name is JC. I trade NASDAQ NQ Futures every single day. I don't live stream every day. I got life, kids, work, all that good stuff, but I will try to connect a little more often, more consistently. But in the meantime, smash that like, smash that subscribe channel. I also have my group or community Discord that I'm building. I don't post much content there yet either. Again, time. But you can find the links in this video and on my website, www.jcdaytrader.com. Join the community. Looking to slowly build with everybody. Jesse James, thanks for the support always, brother. And I hope that we get a little slowdown in price action so we can go back to trading normal. Di Lorenzo, take care, brother. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. I got to call it a day before I get the itch to put in another trade. Thanks for everyone for streaming. Again, if you're new, smash that like, smash that subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow.